Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late, but summer is a little bit different with Rena home from school. You will hear her in the background. She woke up right about the time that I was getting ready to get on for self-care sprint. So I had to take care of her, get her morning started, and better late than never. So that's where I was. Thank you for your patience and understanding because, like I said, summertime is a little bit different for me. So it's good to be back. I missed you all last week while I was on vacation in a cabin in the deepest, darkest woods. And we really had no Wi Fi. So the only connection I had was to go outside and like you use my phone outside. Didn't can use my laptop, anything like that. So it was interesting. It was nice to be away. I did enjoy a little bit of fishing. We were very fortunate because well, as you all know, I live in Alabama and we were in a cabin in the woods of Mississippi. So normally this time of year is going to be extremely hot and humid. But the last 3 days of our vacation last week, we had a rare cool front that came through. So when we got up in the mornings, it was around 60 degrees and the humidity stayed low all day and maybe like highs in the 80s. So I was actually able to get outside and enjoy my time and catch a few fish. Unfortunately, I also got bitten by a deer fly. Some people call them yellow flies. That was my first time, and I hope my last time to get bitten by one of those. It bit me on the leg, and like when it bit me, it hurt so bad. And it was like bleeding some. And then I had like a terrible reaction to this yellow fly bite. So now I've had to get on some antibiotics for it. So I'm like, geez. But other than that, it was a really great time to just be out in the woods, out in nature, not have any responsibilities because we do when we do this family vacation with our adult kids, we do have a sitter who keeps Rena the week that we're gone, keeps Rena here at home because Rena, she wouldn't really enjoy her time in a cabin like that. She would not enjoy being out on a boat. She likes to be in her own little space. So it's better for all for her to be here and have her comfort and her she has three sitters that are just absolutely amazing. So it was a really nice week, a nice break away, and I came home feeling refreshed. And I guess ready to get back to real life responsibilities. But that that's what I've been up to. So I will check in the chat here and see who's here today and who was so kind and waited so patiently for me to finally make it on with 10 or 15 minutes late. Oh, Sugar Cookie World Day of Celtic Art, Meal Prep Day. Okay. Well, don't think I'll make sugar cookies today, but I'm already making strawberry pie today, and I am making cucumber spread. So I guess that's sort of a meal prep, the cucumber spread, because I will be having that for lunch. For several days this week. And I'm really excited because the cucumbers I'm using came from my garden, and the dill that I'm going to add to it came also from my herb garden. So it's always exciting to me when I'm using stuff that we actually grew. Hello, Eleanor. How are you today? It's good to see you. And that's me telling everybody I was running late. Hey, Kat, how are you today? Let us know what you've been up to. Thank you, Swank. I appreciate your patience. Yeah, I'd hope to get on right at 9, but like I said, that's right about the time Rena woke up, and I have to take care of her first. And hellos and highs. Yeah, someone after my own heart. I am someone who has to go potty quite a lot. Um, Definitely. Oh, nice. That sounds like so much fun. I've never played pickleball, but I know a lot of people really love it. And exercise is definitely self-care. I did get up and ride my bike this morning, so I got off to my start with my exercise too. All right, look at you getting those morning pages knocked out. Yep. Oh, look, good for you too, Kat. Getting in your cardio and your core workout today. Very nice. Hi, Kayla. How are you today? Let us know what you've been doing. What have you been doing for self care? How is everything going? Encouragements and hellos. Love this so much. Love our community that's so engaging and friendly. I feel you on that. Today, I don't know how much like brain tight work I'm going to be doing. Yesterday, well, Sunday and yesterday, I worked on my latest article for Substack, which went up yesterday, and that was a lot of like brain power. So today, I think is going to be more of reading, and then like I said, making strawberry pie and cucumber spread. So not necessarily as heavy on the brain power. I needed a bit of a break for sure. And some more hellos and highs. Yay, coffee. Yep, I had my cup for the morning, and I'm already looking forward to my afternoon cup. And some more hellos and highs, and a new episode, I guess, of We Bury the Dead. I have not watched that yet, but I have heard people talk about it. Oh, nice. Is it a show or a movie? Oh, I probably will wait and check it out next May for Zombie-thon. Oh, teeth grinding. Rena, that is one of her ticks is grinding her teeth. And it used to bother me a whole lot, but because, I'm here with her a lot of the time, especially when she's out of school, I just kind of don't notice it anymore. But Tim, when he gets home from work, if Rena's grinding her teeth like that, it gets to him too. Oh no, Swank. No, I hate that sound. No, I cannot stand the sound of nails down a chalkboard. That gets to me. And then if ever like when I'm eating, if my fork this is gonna bother me to even say it. I try for this never to happen, but if my fork ever like scrapes against my teeth, I can't stand it. Like I'm getting chills in a bad way right now thinking about that. That's one of the things I can't stand. Or somebody else just makes their fork like on their teeth. Oh no, no, no. Yeah, I guess it did because I kept showing it to Tim because it happened. Excuse me, it happened on Wednesday evening when we were out on the boat fishing. And for those of you who don't know, Tim is a nurse, so that's nice, to have a husband who's a nurse. But like the next day, I showed it to him. I said, "I don't think this is how this is supposed to look," and he said, "No." So I had to put some antibiotic cream on it, and then like I'm having to take oral antibiotics too. I don't know with that deer fly being on the water and whatever, I don't know if it had something like on it. I don't know, but it was like, it's terrible. And today is what, almost a week out, and my leg is still red. It's not as swollen or as inflamed as it was after being on the antibiotics, but it's still not healed all the way. So I am, now have a phobia of yellow flies or deer flies. And if I see one, ever again, I'm probably just going to run into the house screaming and not go outside for the rest of the day. Yes. Oh, blueberries. We don't have blueberries planted yet. That's something else that we're going to do, but we do have friends who have blueberries, and so they gave us like a whole bunch. So I froze them and been taking them out like to put in my yogurt and stuff. Now we do have strawberries and we have a mulberry bush, but the mulberry, I guess, season or whatever you want to call it is over now. It really is mostly like in spring. But we had a bunch of mulberries there, and then we have blackberries, and our blackberries are doing really well this year. So we've had a lot of fresh blackberries. I also got some cherry tomatoes that were ready this week so far, and put those in my salad. Hey, Michael, how are you today? For those of you that don't know, Michael has a YouTube channel. He recently did a horror focus from the year of 1993, which I was like, hey, that's the year I graduated from high school. So now you all know how old I am, but you probably knew anyway. So welcome, Michael. Let us know what you are up to today. So Kayla's been reading a lot. Love it. 5th season, Queer Rep. Yeah. So yeah. Of course, we should read queer books all year long, but June is Pride Month. So it's definitely a great time to get into some queer books if you have not done so. Let us know, anybody else who's reading, what you're reading. Right now, I am reading North American Lake Monsters by Nathan Ballingrud. I've read the first story. It's a short story collection, and I liked it. I just finished, as I mentioned a little while ago, because I wrote this Substack article about it, but Laird Hunts in the House in the Dark of the Woods, and I really loved it. It was described as David Lynch meets the Grimm brothers. So when that description was given, I immediately ordered the book, and it fits that. I think it really does fit that description. And some hellos and highs. We Bury the Dead is a movie. Okay, I will put that on my Zombie-thon watch list for next year. And I also have a confession to make. I am a little over halfway through the audiobook for World War Z by Max Brooks, and I was really enjoying it. I do like the more epistolary format and the interviews and everybody's different experiences across the globe during the zombie outbreak. But I've gotten a little bogged down because it's starting to feel very repetitive. And I haven't wanted to listen to it in a while. Like I didn't listen to it any while I was on vacation, and I'm kind of now trying to get back into it so I can finish it up, but I just find myself not wanting to do it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Part of me is like, maybe I'll just stop now and then listen to the second half of it next Zombie-thon, because then it won't feel so repetitive. It'll be like fresh and new again. So I pretty much decided that's what I'm going to do, because I do like it. And I feel like if I make myself push through it now with the feelings I'm having, that I'm not going to end up liking it as much. So I think I am just going to say, okay, next May, I'm going to get to the second half of World War Z. I think that's going to work best for me. So I don't have an audiobook on the go right now, but I may start another one. I'm very much now into reading books set in the woods. I was supposed to finish In the House in the Dark of the Woods while I was on vacation and then start reading Ken by Keelan Patrick Burke so I could read a story set in the deep woods while I was in the deep woods, another one besides In the House in the Dark of the Woods. And I didn't finish it, so I didn't get to Ken. This is the second year of my camping trip in a row where I had another book and then I was going to read Ken. And then I didn't get to it last year. I didn't get to it this year. So I'm just going to plan next May when we do our trip again. The book I'm going to be starting with is Ken. So I can make sure to get Ken by Keelan Patrick Burke because it's in my mind, even though I live in around, I'm surrounded by woods where I live, but there's still something in me that's like, no, I have to read Ken while I'm in the cabin in the woods on vacation. So all that being said, right now I'm reading North American Lake Monsters, and I'm also reading a really short book. It's part of the Devil's Advocate series, and it is about John Carpenter's movie In the Mouth of Madness. I know some people don't like that. I love that movie. Kelsey from Slime and Slasher's Art Note, Kelsey from Kelsey's Nostalgic Life is with me in that. She also loves In the Mouth of Madness. And so I recently rewatched In the Mouth of Madness for like I don't know how many times. But this little book is written by Michael Blythe. And like I said, it's part of the Devil's Advocate series, but he wrote about In the Mouth of Madness and talked about it like being a postmodern, a way of looking at the end of the world, compared it to some of King's work, a lot of Lovecraft, of course, because In the Mouth of Madness is like a loose kind of adaptation of a lot of different Lovecraftian ideas. And I just love it. I mean, it's meta. It's got so much to say about horror and the effect that horror has on people and fandom and reality versus fantasy. And I love it. I think it's great. And Sam Neill, again, just a fantastic performance. Sorry, I just got way off on a tangent about In the Mouth of Madness. Let me rein myself back in. I see I haven't seen y'all in a couple of weeks or talked to y'all. So good mornings. Good mornings. Oh no. Oh no. That's awful. I'm so sorry. We haven't planted pumpkins before, but I do want to. I don't know how they would do in my area. I really have no idea. But I'm so sorry that dog ruined your pumpkin patch. Yeah, I hate that so much when I get, like an advanced reader copy, especially, because there's that pressure to review. And then if you don't like it, then you're like, oh no. I'm sorry you are dealing with that because it is, it gives me a lot of anxiety, honestly. That's why, like, if I have an author who sends me a message about, hey, I've got this book, would you read it and give an honest review? Which, to me, for real, I don't really have a lot of time to do that. So when I say I'm sorry I can't do that at this time, it really is because I have so many other, things I'm reading or working on. But it also puts that pressure like, oh no, I have to be honest if I don't like it, but then it's awkward. Yeah. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just too much in my head. How are you liking Feral Creatures, Swank? Yes, I've heard so many good things about Bury Our Bones and the Midnight Soil, so I can't wait to see what your final thoughts are when you finish it. Well, we will excuse that. You can talk to Barry. We all love Barry, so don't worry about not being here in the chat. We understand. So I think we are to the end of our comments now, and mostly I feel like I have rambled on so much, but we will go to our first sprint, and so it's about 9:35. So we'll come back at 20 after the next hour, whatever that may be for you. So I will fix up our banner to come back at 20 after. And check a couple more comments. Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way because it can be awkward. You just feel that pressure, and you don't want to be a dishonest book reviewer that the viewers can't trust, but then you feel so like bad because you didn't like something. And I don't know, like I sometimes I like what is popular with other people, but then sometimes I don't. There have been a couple of books over the past few years that everybody thought was fantastic, and I read them and I was like, what the hell, I hate this. So yes, it's nerve-wracking. Thank you for being here, Eleanor. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy your pickleball. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that today. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Hollow Kingdom. You have a great day too, Michael. I'm glad you stopped by. Oh, you know what? I just ordered some more dryad tea recently and it got here a couple of days ago. So I think I'm gonna go make some tea now too, Kayla. So I'm glad you mentioned that. I got a lot of new flavors to pick from. So I'll go get my tea. And when we come back, I'll tell you which flavor I picked and what I thought of it. So I will see you all in whatever time it is. I don't know. We'll be back here at 20 after. Yeah, because it puts you in a precarious sort of position if you don't end up liking it for sure. All right, I will see you all again very soon. Hello, welcome back, everyone. Let me know what you got up to. I did make my tea. I opened up one of my new packets, and this one is Summer Goblin Market. Of course, it's inspired by Christina Rossetti's poem, Goblin Market, and this is the little quote from the poem. Every summer, the goblins open their market, full of sights and sounds of the hotter months. Fruit and drink flow freely, and trinkets are sold to the highest bidder. And here is the description of this tea: a caffeine free tea that tastes strongly of cinnamon and orange with the perfect sweet notes of strawberry. And it has root, I don't know how you say this, rooibos. It's a rooibos tea. I don't know how to say it. Honeybush, orange pieces, safflower petals, strawberry pieces, orange peel, calendula or calendula, I don't know how you say that either, flowers, and cinnamon. And it is very, very good. I think this is going to be a new favorite, a perfect one for summer. So I did get the tea made, and now I'm enjoying it. I gave Rena a snack. I guess she's kind of like a hobbit. She wanted second breakfast, which, hey, I can understand. And then I thought, since I was blabbing about the books that I'm currently reading, I thought I would bring them. So this one is North American Lake Monsters by Nathan Ballingrud. And then the other one that I was really rambling on about is this little thin Devil's Advocate series, In the Mouth of Madness by Michael Blythe. And so those are the two books that I'm currently physically reading. And I don't have an audiobook on the go right now, but I'm enjoying some podcasts. Right now, I'm listening to Podmortem's episode on the 2022 film Speak No Evil. There was the American remake, I think it came out in like 2024. And I like both of them. So I'm really cracking up at the host of Podmortem talking about the 2022, the original Speak No Evil. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. But it's about a couple who meets another couple on vacation. And after they get back home, the couple that they met sends them an invitation to come hang out at their house. And situations go from awkward to extremely uncomfortable to absolutely horrifying. And it's really, according to the writers of the movie, it's a commentary on the culture of politeness in the Danish culture, and how sometimes that can go too far. But it's a very frustrating movie with a very disturbing ending. But I liked it. But it is funny to listen to the host on the podcast talk about particularly the husband of the couple who goes to visit the other couple, and he just lets things continue to slide that he really shouldn't have. I mean, she does too, but anyway, I will stop blabbing about that in case you haven't seen it. So let me know what you got up to during those sprints. Let's see. So Swank said, embrace the glorious mess that you are. I needed that. I feel like a mess right now. So I needed a little encouragement to embrace that. Oh, a massage. How nice. I haven't had one in a long time, but I could really use one. Look at you. Updated letterbox. Junk journal workshop. Oh, how nice. There is a local junk journal group where I am, and I haven't been able to make it to any of the meetings, but I would love to. I haven't journaled in a while. I've got a lot of supplies and a lot of materials and ideas, but I need to set that as part of my self care this week, to spend at least one day part of that day junk journaling because I've got so many other responsibilities and things I have to do, but I really need to schedule in that time. So I'm glad you put up that about the junk journal, Kat. Study books, there you go. So it looks like everybody had a pretty productive self-care sprint there. So we have come to the end of comments pretty quickly. So it is 10. It's close enough to 10:30, I would say. It's like 10:26, but we'll go ahead and say it's 10:30. So we'll come back at 15 after the next hour, whatever that may be for you. So that'll give us a little bit more than 45 minutes, but I'm going to probably go ahead in there and start making that strawberry pie that I mentioned. So I might could use a little extra time. So we will come back here at 15 after the next hour. So I'm going to go ahead and put that banner up for us. And I will see you all in a little while. Hello, everyone. So, how did you all do during that self care sprint? I made the strawberry pie, got it put in the fridge, and I'll listen to more of the podcast episode about Speak No Evil on the Pod Mortem podcast while I was getting the pie together. So now it's in the fridge. So it'll be ready to eat later. So let me see what all of you got up to. So Swank was saying she hasn't had a massage since 2019. The last massage I had was the beginning of 2025. So it hasn't been quite as long for me, but it's been too long. Yay! So Kat's going to a scrapbook retreat at a retreat house in January 2027. That sounds like so much fun. Yeah. Good for Kat getting in that massage. Hi, Alicia. How are you today? Making lunch. Tile. Yay. So Alicia's been rebuilding, putting her library back together after a flooding incident. So I'm so happy to hear that the tile is getting installed and everything is up and going for you, Alicia. I know you'll be so glad when everything is back in place. Hi, Susan. How are you today? Let us know what you're doing for self-care on this lovely Tuesday. There you go. Swank is finished with those study books, getting the meds done. Definitely self-care. Yeah, I was an older adult before I finally had one, and they are worth every bit of money it costs to get them. If I could, I would get them once a month for like forever because they are that amazing. I highly recommend getting a massage if you can. Oh, I was gonna say I don't know what Beanstack is, but okay, library summer reading. Okay. Well, I'm sorry it took a big chunk of your sprint, but hopefully you got it all worked out and updated so you won't have that to stress you anymore. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, leftover Hawaiian pizza. Leftovers are always nice to have, but especially when it's something delicious like Hawaiian pizza. Yummy. Hellos and highs. Oh, wow. Are you gonna have to like? I'm really short. I'd have to get one of those rolling ladders, or at least a little step ladder, to reach books that were up that high. But I love that. I always say there's no such thing as too many books. Just buy bigger or more bookcases. Being stacked summer. I don't know if my library has that. I'll have to see. That's cool though. That's cool. I'm gonna have to look into that. That sounds like so much fun. And some hellos and hi. So I think we are at the end of comments now. It's about 11:20. So we'll come back at 50 after the hour. So this last sprint will be 30 minutes and then we'll wrap it up. So let me fix up our banner to tell us that. Let me adjust the time on this banner for 50 after the hour. And so we'll do about 30 minutes for this last sprint. So we can finish up a little before 12. Oh, yummy. What a great neighbor. I love that. I wish my neighbor would bring me pizza and tacos. Fingers crossed, Kat. I hope you win too. Happy sprint, everybody. We'll see you in about 30 minutes. Hello. So that 30 minutes definitely went by super quick. So, what did you all get up to? Around here, we had some lunch, and that's really about all. I got a piece of plastic with something I was doing, trying to throw it away, and you know how it gets like sticks to your hand. So yeah, we had our lunch, and we got to run a couple of errands today. I got to go mail a book at the post office and stop by the drugstore. So fingers crossed that Rena is cooperative while we go out on errands today. That is not always the case, but hopefully today, hopefully she'll do well. So as we're wrapping up, then think about what act of self care you can fit into your day. I feel like after I go run errands with Rena, I will need some extra self care today. So I'd already planned to do some reading. I may even decide to take a little nap if Rena cooperates with that. If not, then I may take a reading break to just sit and watch a episode of a television show or watch a movie, something a little bit more relaxing. So let me see what you all plan to do for the rest of the day or what you did during sprint. So, Kat, very nice. Clean the bathroom and listen to an audiobook. Yeah, podcast and audiobooks and music. I cannot clean if I don't have one of those things going. So good for you getting that bathroom clean. Oh, yes. You know what? You have time right after the library gets back together, then you can go in and start, working or finishing up, working on cleaning out your desk. And my desk sitting in front of me right now is stacked full of papers that I don't know when I'm going to organize, but today is not the day. Very nice. I don't know if our weather will be cool enough or not. We are in that really yucky time of the year, hot and humid. Maybe way after the sun goes down, I could, take a flashlight and take a walk. Throne of Glass. Are you enjoying that, Alicia? I have not read any of those books. I think is that a Sarah J. Moss Mass. I don't know how you say her name. I haven't read any from her, but my best friend likes her books a lot. Feral Creatures, nice. People getting some reading in. Oh, good for you, Kat. Kat's doing a lot of decluttering and cleaning and stuff today. Very nice. Okay, you are enjoying it. Good. Very good. Hello, Jennifer. It's lovely to have you back today. Let us know what you got up to for self care. Thank you for stopping by. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being here. If you're catching us on the replay, we thank you for watching the replay, and you can let us know what you got up to during these sprints. So I am off to the post office and the drugstore, and I will see you all again. Seems like something's going this Sunday. Yes, this Sunday, the live show for the Literary Love Book Club will be at 2 on my channel, and we will be talking about Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. So I will see you all on Sunday, and also Saturday Morning Momentum on Kat's channel. Be sure to check that out. 8 o'clock Central on Kat's channel, Saturday Morning Momentum. I'll be there too. So thank you all again for being here today. Thank you to those watching the replay. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night, wherever you may be, and happy self care. Bye.